Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But we're gonna be starting something. This bear on my face is not a metaphor. I am getting ready to feel the anger and the rage that comes by reading reviews on Mal. So recently, ZOM 100's fifth episode dropped, and I got a chance to see it, and I have to say, it's one of the most hilarious, well-made. I don't even have the words to describe it. It's so good that mere words aren't enough to mention how good that episode was. Any episode that has me pausing for at least 5 minutes to take a break and laugh and breathe is clearly doing something right. And that's exactly what happened. I don't want to get into spoilers. If you haven't watched this anime yet, I implore you to do so. It is it is shocking how good this is. It's made by Bug Films, a anime studio that's really new to the game. Only existed since, I want to say, 2021, when the producer, I think it was the producer of Komi Can't Communicate, decided to start up his own animation studio. And so they did some work for Komi, they did some work for other anime as well, up until their first job, ZOM 100, which is what they're currently doing now. And they are freaking killing it. They are doing a better job than anybody would have expected for a studio's first animation. They're doing a lot better than most anime studios out there. And the thing is, I can probably count on one hand the amount of anime that have made me laugh so hysterically that they have had to make me pause to take a break for as long as I did. So there's Konosuba, Love is War. What are some other good comedies out there? Not much, which kind of proves my point. Feel free to prove me wrong and mention a comedy in the comments if you want, but honestly, this slaps. Arguably, the only problem with the show thus far are just scheduling concerns. So, Bugs Films, I think I read that they had 22 to their staff. So that includes the animators, producers, directors, and to make this show. And just 2 weeks ago, when episode 4 dropped, we received a warning that episode 5 wasn't going to come out for, let's see, another week or another 2 weeks, which was hefty news for all of us ZOM 100 fans who were hoping that the quality wasn't going to dip. It absolutely didn't. They took the extra time that they got and they made an absolute banger out of episode 5, like well worth the wait. And I don't say that about a lot of things that get held back. This was extremely impressive, and I hope that they continue to do this. And I say this because we have just received another notice from Anime News Network that the 6th episode will not come out for another 2 weeks, not until the 27th, which, as disheartened as I am, I can feel good knowing that the animators are going to use the extra time wisely, put their best work into it, and create another absolute banger. So it's no secret that I really like the show, which is why I'm going to get incredibly frustrated at any negative comment that I see. So we're going to go ahead and go into it now and see what the public has to say. How do I get to the reviews? All right, there we go. All right, right off the bat, we already got some mixed feelings here from Blizzard. Result might come off as shallow to someone seeking more than just beautiful animation and funny jokes. Seeking more, I mean, it's a comedy, so I'll cut it some slack. It's not something that's trying to tell a serious story, and it's not advertised as a serious story. Like, this is a comedy. I think some of the strength in here is that it doesn't have to take itself seriously. The characters are currently being introduced, and they have very basic personalities that haven't been fleshed out yet at all. If you're okay, yeah, we're only on episode 5 out of, I want to say 11, 12. Okay, yeah, but we're only on episode 5 out of 12. So maybe we can get some fleshed out character development here. We'll see. If you're thinking that's a given considering there are only 3 episodes out, then you're wrong, since Rurouni Kenshin is a show this season that has done more with their characters in the first 3 episodes. Well, the thing is, Rurouni Kenshin and ZOM 100 are very different shows. Can't fault it for that. These are 2 different worlds. Of course they're going to be different. Some authors might try to dump character development in the first couple of episodes. Others might want to do it gradually. That's just how it works. Overall, ZOM 100 Bucket List of the Dead is very well animated. It's a very well animated comedy anime with a hint of zombie flavor added to the mix. Whether you enjoy the style of commentary or of comedy it presents, it's subjective. as comedy itself is subjective. So overall, I guess this is a fairly decent criticism. Like, I can't really say that it's bad per se. It's not like he's saying anything bad about the show. Good. Yes. Keep going. Oh, we got another mixed feelings. Let's see. Who's got the? Let's see what we got from Cubber Kurt. Visuals are fine, yet I don't know how to feel about budget since half of the OP is previous OE. Or wait, what? Half of the OP is previous previous episode. Well, I mean, Durarara does a thing where in their OP, the girl waves her hand and then they show some scenes from the previous episode. I think that's what they do. That's what I was told that they do, and I haven't seen it myself. I'm going to see it eventually. But I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if with the animating that they're doing, they spend all that time on the episodes. So if they needed to find a way to relieve the pressure off themselves and put some old OP footage into the put some old episode footage into the OP, I'm perfectly okay with it. But this anime is trying to be a comedy, which is not a good choice for a zombie anime. Have you seen the tagline of the show? This is a comedy. This is the that's kind of the crux. And who says that zombies can't be funny? So off the top of my head, you got Zombieland Saga, High School of the Dead, and this. That's 3. So I guess in the entirety of the anime zombie universe, you're not allowed to have comedy. It doesn't mean that you can't find a source of comedy in a genre that's usually taken seriously. Oh, Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is a great example of comedy in the zombies genre. I don't think it should be said that it's not a good choice it's not a good choice to have comedy in zombie anime. It's just such a nothing burger of a point. How are they going to make in 12 episodes around a zombie comedy? I'd say that they've done a very good job so far. We've seen funny bits with zombies that went to funny bits with zombies hanging out with your buddy to freaking episode 5, which damn, I really want to spoil, but I can't, but I'm gonna choose not to. I'm gonna choose to be a good boy and not. But just know that the episodes have only gotten better with every one that we've seen. And so I wouldn't say that it's doing a bad job at the comedy bit. I mean, of course, comedy's subjective. Like I shouldn't try to stick this guy on a pike and say that his take is trash because he doesn't like the comedy. Only I really should, because the comedy in this show is golden and he is absolutely wrong. I don't know what he thinks comedy is, but this guy has no sense of humor. Couldn't make me feel a lot, but I didn't get bored that much. Alright, so I guess he ends it with a sweet spot. He gives us a compliment, so that's okay. Oh, here we go. Hold on a sec. Oh, is this a long one? Oh, this is a long one. Alright, I'm gonna speed it through until it gets to the point where where it starts hating on the show. And the first episode exists solely to make you root for the guy who's finding joy in billions of innocent people dying horribly. No, he's not finding joy in the people dying horribly. He's finding joy because he doesn't have to go to work for an exploitative company that's draining him dry. He's not explicitly saying, yay, everybody, like, all the people are gonna die, society is collapsing, awesome, yeah, I've been waiting for that, I've been praying for this. He's just super happy because he doesn't have to go to work. He's not hoping that he's not hoping for death. He's sad when people dies. There are times when he is tearing up for people that die. They input comedy, and then they know when to not put in comedy. Something that a lot of directors seem to have trouble with, where they don't know when to stop the jokes and treat a serious moment seriously. I think this show does a pretty good job of that. And in this case, I forgot my point already. Look, I'm already getting fumed. I'm already getting steam. Do you see the steam coming out of my ears? You see my face turning red? Is my bear getting angrier because of the wrinkles? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, we're angry. Anyway. He writes a bucket list of all the things he wants to do before he dies. Sounds noble until you realize they are silly They are silly first world type of stuff you are supposed to do in a peaceful first world society, and not during a zombie apocalypse. Well, yeah, no, because he was held hostage by his exploitative company. He didn't get a chance to even do the most normal, mundane stuff. That's the reality. There are people working for these companies that don't get a chance to live, don't get a chance to do anything, because these companies just don't allow them to do it, or at least they just don't. Well, not really that they don't permit them, but it's just like they don't have the time to do it. That's why the population of Japan is lowering significantly. They don't feel like they should have kids because A, it's a very toxic, bad environment to raise children, and B, they just simply don't have the time. That's what the show is trying to hit. The guy wants to do things that he couldn't do because he was working in this exploitative society that was draining him of his well-being. He doesn't have to do anything that's absolutely wild and crazy. At least I don't think he has to do anything that's wild and crazy. He could just be... He could do something as mundane as, like, pet a capybara. I don't know. Eat a papaya. Watch Avatar The Last Airbender with Avatar extras. Why does he want to do such things during the most inappropriate time? Because he never got the chance to do them. He wants to do these things because when else is he supposed to do it? Like, when the zombie apocalypse gets fixed? What do you want him to do? You want him to, like, go swinging around a samurai sword, cutting up zombies? If you want that, go watch High School of the Dead. A sick comedy that borders revenge porn, since it's based heavily on laughing at and taking revenge on everyone you don't like. This guy has no aggressive bone in his body. I'm not gonna spoil, but the way that he takes revenge is not out of anger. He doesn't do it with malicious intent, but he does it in a way that's not aggressive, really, in the slightest. So to go around and say that it's revenge porn, and that's definitely not what the rest of the show's about either. Like, after episode 1, we talk about his exploitative company, sure, but he's not actively hunting down, like, his boss and the other business executives who yelled and screamed at him just because he's got a vendetta and he wants to get back at everyone who really made his life a living hell. That's not what it's about. Insecure food for months? Nah, I get a few cans of beer and travel around the city for the show. I'm fully exposed bicycle accompanied by a waifu that somehow doesn't look like crap. Now the cosmetics and bathing water are not given. Haha, so funny. Now you're just looking for things to hate! Dude, it's an anime! What do you want? So you're saying that we can't have cute girls in the show? You're saying that he can't be happy to get a beer at a local mart? What the hell is wrong? Why do you go to anime? If you are going to anime for realism, you've already failed. You are in the wrong spot. Anime is not about realism, or at least it shouldn't be. It's a visual medium that's supposed to exaggerate things. It's anime. It's not something that I go to see, like, the disheveled skin of mankind and to see how ugly the world really is. This guy is living... He's trying to find something to hate about this show. He's trying to be contrarian. I'm sure that he is. I'm positive that he is. And he's doing a really good job at pissing me off, that's for sure. Anyways, as long as you manage to shut your brain and stare at the pretty good animation of this show, you'll have a good casual fun consuming a B-grade anime that has nothing positive to teach you. For Pete's sake, it's about self-insert running away naked from a brothel full of cosplay zombies. Read between my lines. Read it. Read what I am trying to tell you. You sure can read the show, that's for sure. Gotta spell this one out for you here. Average rating of 5. Well, I mean, I guess it could have been worse, but yeah, I'm definitely giving you the funny here. You know, I'm giving you the confusing. Yeah. 54. Eat on it. Man. Alright, let's see. Are there any other reviews here? Is there anything else? Let's keep going here. Nope, those seem to be the only reviews. So yeah, that was it. There aren't really many reviews on this show. I guess I'm happy that none of them are profoundly negative. The mixed feelings ones are, they're pretty okay, except for that last one. That last guy was definitely trying to be contrarian. He was just trying to look for things to hate about the show, just to antagonize people. So I guess he's actually fulfilling the role of the channel here, being the world's antagonist, being a antagonist for the world. So bravo to you. But wow, you really ticked me off on that last one. I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Snob Anime or whatever your name was. I don't know. I just remember you were a snob. My bear and I feel pretty angry now. So now we got all this pent-up rage inside us. Maybe we should try to body slam the chair out of anger. Oh God.